You're listening to the Show We Go Baseball podcast.
Well, I'll give you a layup first, but how has the double-A experience been for you?
Double-A experience has been great so far. I love this group of guys. It was obviously I was really close with a lot of guys down in Greenville just because it's a couple more guys from my draft class, but came up here and they treated me like I'd been there the whole year. All the guys are really good, and we love having a good time, but still putting in our work.
I feel like every time I was checking a box score for Greenville, it was one of the two lefties, you or Hayden Mullins down there, that were putting up quality starts or just having great outings. What have you noticed, I guess, since coming to Double-A between like either the competition or just like what differences have you seen in adjusting to Double-A?
Yeah, I feel like in Double-A, you got to go out there like knowing like your plan to attack the hitters. The hitters are obviously more disciplined, and I think they go in depth a little bit more on the pitchers that they're facing. So, they're probably sitting one pitch or, looking for something that they can do damage on. So on the mound, it's just looking at those hitters' weaknesses and trying to attack that. But, at the end of the day, it's kind of just sticking to what you're good at and what your guns are. So you got to stick with that and just go out there and compete.
What are some things, you're obviously a little newer to the organization than a few guys that are around you, but so you've had some time now working with like Justin Willard and I guess the pitching development in the organization. What kind of things are you noticing that maybe you hadn't seen before, even at your Virginia days, or like have they opened your eyes to anything like analytically, or how does that look?
Yeah, 100%. Before professional baseball, I had never really been into any of the number stuff. I couldn't have really told you like what my pitch shapes were, to be honest. Like I kind of just in college was out there trying to fill up the zone and attack hitters with what I had, not really knowing like how great it was or anything like that. And then getting into pro ball, it's a lot of like every bullpen you throw, you're looking at the Trackman, and we'll go through monthly performance meetings and kind of go over like our goals that we have for that month with all the whole coaching staff, and then also Willard and Mears and a couple other pitching coaches, everything like that. So we'll do all that, and then that'll kind of lay out like your schedule for bullpens and also what you're trying to achieve in the game. So that could be anything from like velocity to pitch shape to in zone percentage, stuff like that. So I feel like you come to the field with a good plan in mind, like knowing what you're trying to attack every day.
And what have been your thoughts so far of, I guess, being in the Northeast? And obviously you had Sea Dogs games. That's Red Sox territory up there. So what has been your first experience like with them?
Yeah, I'm honestly, I was kind of happy to start in Greenville because the weather was pretty nice down there at the start. And I know there were a lot of cold games to start the season, but obviously the weather's beautiful up here at this time of year. So it's really nice playing up here at this time. And, those stands get pretty packed in Portland. I'd never really been up north or, like, seen too many Boston fans at a game. Like, in Greenville, you have some Boston fans, but people are there pretty much just to enjoy a minor league ball game. And, a lot of people in Portland, I think, are, like, diehard Red Sox fans. So you see them come out, and they're really into the games, and I love that, so that's good.
You'll get another taste of it next week because I know you guys are in New Hampshire. I was at the games a month or two ago, or July 4th weekend, and it was all Red Sox fans. Nobody was there really in Blue Jays gear, which, it's New Hampshire. You're in New England territory. But I got a couple more questions for you, and I'll let you go. Have you put it into perspective yet on that you're currently in Double-A and 2 calls away? Because a lot of guys that I talk to, and I was just talking to Dobbins about this on Tuesday because he's making his first AAA start tomorrow. So I was kind of like, you are 1 call away. Is it hit it yet? And he's like, not really. But have you kind of thought about it? You're just like, okay, I'm here and I only have another step to go, and then I'm in the majors. Is that sink in yet?
Not really, honestly. Like, I don't know. I don't really think about that too much. Just because you have to be present where your feet are. Like, wherever you're at, you gotta go out there and compete with what you have, and hopefully later on down the road, like when you look back at things, you'll be in that position in Boston where you can look back and be like, holy cow, I was only 2 calls away when I was in Portland or something like that. But yeah, my mentality is just stay as present as you can be in the moment. So.
All right, last question. I don't know if you get this question a lot. You probably do, just because of the obvious. But you obviously had the luxury of throwing to Kyle Teel in college. I don't know if this is a question you get a lot. Probably is. But right now, if you ever, whenever you do get to Worcester, if all these guys are still up there, right now there's about 30 cameras there at night. Their media, the booth is absolutely packed. How cool was it, though, to get to link up with them, even though it was for a short amount of time? I think you guys overlapped here.
Yes, we did.
And then obviously in spring training, though, you got to link up with them. But how cool was that, though, to kind of like rekindle the college connection there?
Yeah, it's awesome. Just like when I first got drafted, knowing that Kyle was there, it's definitely nice just going in, at least knowing like one person that you're pretty good friends with. So, when you're in the locker room together in college, you learn a lot about each other, and you know each other's playing styles. You know how you like to have fun. Like still be a human being, not just a baseball player together. So, being with the Red Sox and obviously being able to get up here and see him, it was really nice. And I've kept in touch with him a good amount, just with all the stuff he's doing up in Worcester. So, I mean, later on in the future, hopefully we're both in Boston together, and that'd be sick.